Hello and welcome to Phase 1, Module 3, where we'll be discussing environmental and horizon scanning. This is the last module in Phase 1, and this will be setting us up for Module 1 in Phase 2 as we start to apply what we've learned throughout Phase 1 and start moving more towards creating and constructing narratives about the future. So let's start by defining scanning. And what is scanning? Scanning is a process of looking for specific points of data, information, or resources that help to inform us of emerging trends, issues, or potential events. And the reason we do this is in order to spot early signs of change that could have significant implications for the future of your industry and organization. These early signs are what we refer to as weak signals, or sometimes we call them fuzzy signals. And weak signals are clues of an emerging trend, issue, or event that is far enough out that leaders, organizations, and communities have time to take proper action to prepare for or capitalize on that change. And as you'll recall from our work in Module 1, we discussed the 3 stages of information. Stage 1 is the weak signal stage. Stage 2, the potential event stage. And then Stage 3, the actual event stage. And it's again at Stage 3 where information has become news. And this is where most people make their decisions. There are 2 types of scanning that we'll discuss in this module. First is environmental scanning, and the second is horizon scanning. Environmental scanning is a process of looking for clues and information about sudden changes or emerging trends and issues that have a direct or immediate impact on the future of your business, industry, and sector. And this form of scanning is often more deliberate and purposeful, specifically looking for information around a certain issue or topic that is relevant to you, your business, or your industry. Horizon scanning is a process of looking beyond the bounds of your industry, business, or sector in order to gain greater insight of those things that may not have a direct and immediate impact on you and your organization, but could have significant implications for the future overall. So where do we begin? Well, we start by looking at the process of scanning in 3 steps. Step 1, we want to identify an issue or a critical question in order to establish the framework for your scanning efforts. So, for example, let's imagine we're in the entertainment industry, and the issue we would like to explore further is the growing market for autonomous technology, or artificial intelligence, robotics, drones, etc. First, we would formulate a question, the key critical question, such as, how will the recent growth in autonomous technologies impact future growth for the entertainment industry? In step 2, we want to identify the baseline assumption answer to this question. So we do that by asking the question, what do the majority of my colleagues and industry experts have to say about this? Step 3, we want to find information that either confirms or contradicts the baseline assumptions being made or creates a new assumption altogether. In the assignment for this module, you'll be doing exactly that. So here are a few suggestions and tips on how to scan for information. You may start by entering keywords into one of the many search engines such as Google, Bing, Yahoo, and I know there's plenty more. Now, if our critical question, think back to the example we just used about being in the entertainment industry, if our critical question was, how will the recent growth in autonomous technologies impact future growth for the entertainment industry? We would then want to enter keywords and phrases such as autonomous technology and the future of the entertainment industry. Or we may want to look for information that signals a shift, disruption, or changes in the autonomous technology sector. If you want to be more direct with your scanning efforts, you may start with publications in various sectors. For science and technology, education and social issues, art, design, and entertainment, here are a few suggestions. Now, these are just examples. They give you an idea of where to start. They're not necessarily a formal endorsement of the publication or resource. And this, of course, is but a tiny fraction of all the resources we have available to us. A few other things to keep in mind when you're scanning is to look at the date of publication. Ideally, you do not want to look back any further than 12 months. The best is to look within a 6-month time range. Also, you want to look at the integrity of the publication. Some are well-known names, while others are disguised to look credible in order to draw you in, sell you something, or redirect you to some other publication altogether. As you begin the process of scanning, You will need to organize your information in a way that is both logical and easily accessible for later use and application. And for this exercise, you will use the template provided to you here. Each scanning hit will need to be categorized according to its steep classification. Many of the scanning hits that you find can be classified under several steep categories. You will also need to specify the type of scan hit. For the purpose of this exercise, you would use one of the 4 different types we discussed in Module 2. At the top of this template, you have space for your critical question and the baseline answer or assumption. It's also important to answer these questions in the blue boxes. Being able to answer in what ways this impacts the future of your industry or sector is key to the exercises and the modules to follow. Knowing who is potentially impacted by this and why is also key, especially as we move into Phase 3. The resulting new or confirmed scenario is where you will explain the effect that this information has on the industry baseline. So if your findings confirm the baseline assumption, contradict it, or create something completely new, this is where you will tell us why. At the bottom of this sheet, you'll see contributor, source, URL full citation, and keywords. You are the contributor. The source and full citation are fairly self-explanatory, and the keywords are those words that you entered into the search engine when you found this particular scan hit. You'll find copies of this template and more information about the assignment on page 18 in the digital workbook that came with this program.